Hey everybody, Don here again. Well, it's Sunday. I'm going out ice fishing, but I gotta let the truck warm up a little bit because you can see it's kind of a frozen mess. Yesterday was an ice fishing fiasco. I'm not making a video of that, but I'll show you a couple clips of what happened. You know, I want to go to a dozen different lakes ice fishing this year. Explore some water that I've never explored. Some of them I've been on in the kayak, but I've not been on them ice fishing. And yesterday I decided to go up into the mountains and hit a pond up there that supposedly got some good yellow perch. After driving up there on a one-lane road that had two-way traffic on it, there was a cross-country ski event going on, and there must have been 50 cars parked up there. No place to park, so I ended up going someplace totally different, and that was just a fiasco. Needless to say, I spent more time in my truck than I did actually trying to fish. So I'll show you a little clip of that. Forgot to get a net. That's all right. Let's go with this tip up here. A little bit bigger hook. Well, you look at this leg. I stepped in a hole about sunk in right above my knee. Unbelievable. That's what I get for fishing near somebody else's old holes. Got the spikes on and time to head up the hill. Yeah, that's me huffing and puffing in my old gravelly voice. What a fiasco today has turned out to be. Anyways, let's hope today is a better day. I'm going to a pond where I caught my big bass. Unbeknownst to me, there's also black crappie in there, so hoping to pull up some crappie. I think I said it earlier, is that my goal for this year is to fish a dozen ponds that I've never ice fished before. So I was just headed down to a pond that I have fished in the kayak quite a bit, but I've never ice fished it. And unfortunately, as I feared, the only access point is where there's a minor flow that goes out of it, and it's not iced over yet. So instead of driving around all day, I'm at another pond that I've fished both on the hard water and the soft. Now, I have no problem telling everybody where I'm at. The way I find ponds is I put about a 30-mile radius from my place on Google Earth, and then I look at whatever's within that radius. Then I'll go into the Fish and Game site and see what they say about that pond. But if somebody tells me about a pond and they ask me not to, say the name, I won't. But you'll recognize this place. And those of you who've been here before, and I know a few of you have, you'll know where I'm at. So I'm gonna get down on the ice. Whew, man. looks like about 8 inches of ice. Yep, 8 inches of good ice. Ooh, 34. That's a little deeper than I was thinking. But I don't know, looks like there might be something down there. Let's set up a tip up. Oh. Well, this day just keeps getting worse. In my new tackle bucket, I had my whole thing of Rogers rigs. I had all of my tungsten jigs, my chain jigs, all my microplastics, and when I fell through that hole yesterday, I must have left that on the ice in such a hurry to get off the water. That just breaks my heart. I mean, I have other stuff, but I don't think I have any other split shots. Maybe I do. No. I don't have any split shots. All my split shots were in that other box, and that is sitting on the Piermont Setback. What a bummer. I really didn't want to fish with tip-ups today anyhow. And I do have 4 rods rigged up. 2 of them are rigged up with Rogers rigs. One of them's got a Ned rig on it. And I don't know what the other one's set up for a little bit bigger fish. There we go. Finally. Perch or crappie? Crappie. All right. Unfortunately, not big enough to keep. First fish of the year. One back. Oh, come on. All right. No skunk. Hallelujah. The way my weekend's been going. That is a big plus. There we go. Ooh, that feels like a better one. Ooh, come on, be a better one. Oh, come on. Oh, that is a slab crappie. That one's 11.5 inches, almost 12 inches. Finally, this one's going home. All right, get back down there. Rain. Who cares about a little rain, right? It's my biggest crappie I think I've ever caught in New Hampshire. I don't think I've ever gotten any over 10. And 10 is my self-imposed limit. I guess a slab crappie would have to be over 12 inches to really be considered a slab. But that's a damn nice crappie in my book. Definitely running and gunning today. I was on a pretty good school of fish over there, lots of marks. Caught two, one really nice one. And then they disappeared. So I've gone, 20 yards that direction, 20 yards this direction, 20 yards this direction, trying to find them again. I didn't think they would move that far, that fast. It looked like quite a few fish here when I got here. Now I don't see them. Ooh, just had a hit. About 3 or 4 feet off the bottom. Could be crappie, being that far off the bottom. Ooh, I think I missed it. Check and see if I still had any. They might have stole my, nope, I still have my, oh yeah, I stole the spike off of the fly. Now it looks like there's fish right at around 25, 26 feet. I'm in 33.5 feet of water. A little freeze up. Somebody coming up. 19 degrees when I left the truck, yet it's raining. Been a weird winter. I mean, those fish are right there, right around my jig. Just don't seem to want to bite it. I'm gonna drop down my my little tungsten. I might drill another hole right here and drop down a little ton. All right, well, here I have one of Roger's little tons with one of his black microplastics. This one is, I think, my favorite, although I do like the black little ton as well. We'll let that rod sit there and I'll kind of keep my eye on it. Let's drop this down because I see fish down there still. Put the jacket on high. I'm not going to be out here that long because of this rain, I'll tell you that. Well, the fish were here and now they're gone, so I'm going to move in a little bit. See if they went in. Gotta tell you, I'm not impressed with this rigid drill with those 4-amp-hour batteries. I mean, it's cold, but I haven't been on the ice for an hour. And I've drilled 4 holes. And on the last 2, it stalled out 3 times on each one. You know, it stops. And then you have to let it rest for a second. That's the thing about lithium batteries, is that they don't drain down slowly. They just stop. Give them a second, they go again. Not impressed. Alright, looks like fish here down at the bottom, so maybe this is the way they moved. I'd like to get at least one more decent slab so me and Karen could enjoy a nice fish sandwich for dinner. Oh yeah, there we go. We got something. Doesn't feel very big. Feels more like a perch. Well, maybe not. It is. It's a perch. You know what? Now we will have a couple sandwiches because this perch is 9 and it's mine. Woohoo! All right. I got him. Oh, what do we got? Another perch, maybe? Not very big. Not very big. But another perch on the chain jig. I say, if they're 8, they're great. Stuck me. All right. Ooh, look at fish on the ice. Let's get back down there. Seems to be a fair amount of fish. Put a fresh spike on. Let's just do some hole hopping, back and forth, round and round. Let's see, we did that one. Let's go back over this one. Oh yeah, looks like a lot of action down there. Oh, look at all those fish on the screen. Can you see that? Oh, ooh, missed them. Oh man, what the heck? There we go, got that one. Feels like a little one. Might be a crappie though. What the yeah, it's a crappie, all right. He ate the fly. Oh, that's the tiniest crappie I've ever seen. That's like the kind of crappie you put in an aquarium. Well, thank you. Where's your big brother? Or your granddaddy? Gotta be down there. It can't be a whole school of little teeny tiny crappie. Maybe it is though. I'm gonna try to get as many holes out of that battery as I can, even if it stops 4 or 5 times before I unwrap that new battery. Rain, everything's getting wet. Put this new battery in here. Well, the good news is it stopped raining. Bad news is my drill quit working. I'm gonna go over that hole where I caught that one big crappie, drop down there again, and if I don't get any luck in a few minutes, I'm gonna head on out. Try to figure out what's up with this grill. But hey, I caught 3 fish, 2 crappie and a perch, and I kept the big crappie and the perch. So we will be eating fish. Not as much as we'd like, but that's all right. Hoo-wee! Well, what a crazy weekend of ice fishing. Just not one of those weekends you want to repeat. First pond, I drove over an hour to get to it. Couldn't park. Completely loaded up with cross-country skiers. Second place I went to, stepped in a 10-inch hole right up to my thigh. And then to make matters worse, when I got here today, I realized in my haste to get off the ice with a boot full of water and soaking wet pants, I left my tackle box. I must have left my tackle box on the ice, filled with all my favorite jigging lures. But today, the first pond I went to, the access was still open water. So I came to this old pond that I've been to many times, and I ice fished quite a bit last year. Ended up getting on some fish. I ended up catching 2 crappie and 3 perch. I kept 2 of the perch, and I kept the 1 big crappie. I think that's the biggest crappie I've ever caught in New Hampshire. 11.5 inches. A slab for me, anyhow. The other crappie, oh no, I caught 3 crappie. I caught 1 crappie that was that big. So half a dozen fish. You know, that's a good day for me. I mean, you know me, I don't catch a lot of fish, but I'm gonna keep going to different ponds and trying to find some places where there's some good fishing. I don't know what's going on with this rigid drill. If any of you guys have ever seen that problem where, I mean, when you hit the ice and you pull the trigger, just, I don't know what that's all about. I've adjusted and hit every switch on the thing, trying to figure out if it was not in drill mode, if it was in hammer mode or whatever. And unless, you know, being frozen out there in this rain, 21 degrees and raining, that's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, if that's the case, that drill is no bueno. And I'm going to have to either get a new drill or go back to the old gas auger, which I'd really rather not go to the old gas auger. Was fun anyhow. I just had a blast getting out, even though all the different little calamities, you know, like Karen says, the misadventures of Don continue. We're gonna keep after it, and we're gonna keep trying to catch some fish and enjoy ourselves out on the ice. We'll see you next time. Peace. Now, a jacket. Oh man, this jacket is, I'm happy with this jacket. See you next time.